Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Lord of the Rings draft here on the channel. I am super excited to be playing in the early access event, so shout out to Wizards of the Coast for the free preview account that lets me get this recorded a few days early. I'm going to be going pick by pick, play by play, talking through everything so you'll know what to do when you draft this format yourself. Let's dive in. If you want more of an overview style video, I do have a draft guide for this where I go through top commons, archetype overviews, the combat tricks, and stuff like that, which is already posted on my channel. We have opened up a great rare, Rangers of Ithilien. It's a cool story moment where the Rangers that are out led by Faramir find Sam and Frodo and Gollum. But yeah, it's a great card. So 3/3 for 4, and you can gain control of a 2-powered creature. And then the Ring Tempts You. I think the Ring Tempts You is just super strong. It has been very, very good in almost all of the cards that that have it. I think even something like Mirror Guardian, which looks a bit weak, maybe. I think it's going to overperform what you think because the Ring Tempts You. Once you get up to 2 or 3, 2, I think 2 is the first breaking point, and then 4 is the next one where your cards just become must deal with threats. After that, I think that Glorious Gale is a really good common. I think Butterbur is a nice card, but you don't really want to start with him. You want him once you're already in that archetype. And then Rise of the Witch King is really cool with the land cyclers because you cycle a Troll of Khazad Doom and then bring it back with Rise of the Witch King on turn 4. You just get a lot of power and toughness. Hobbit Sting is pretty decent. I've been impressed. Glorious Gale would probably be my second pick out of that pack, though. Okay, so we have a Rangers of Ithilien. So we want to stay blue if we can. But the blue card here, there's Glorious Gale. That's really the main consideration. There's also Knights of Dol Amroth. One thing I will say is it feels like you can get really rewarded for finding an open color pair because there's some gold cards that aren't really splashable that you can get relatively late. So I think it's worth just staying open, figuring out what's open. And I think Voracious Fellbeast is really, really good. It's been very impressive. 6 mana 4/4 flyer that kills something when it comes into play. Sometimes you can set this up to get some really sweet value. I don't mind playing blue-black. I think it's better than taking Glorious Gale because even though I would like to play Rangers, if blue isn't open, I don't think it's worth forcing myself into that strategy. Eastmark isn't the best. There's a couple of okay white cards. These are cards you can play, but they're not high priorities. I think Trolls is fine. Haradrim Spearmaster is a card that I like, but I don't know if other people like it as much. I would definitely take Glorious Gale second out of this pack in terms of power level and also staying with blue, but I think Voracious Fellbeast is a really good card. Moving on to pick 3. Treebeard, Fangorn, Tree Shepherd. This is one of the coolest characters in the lore. I don't think it's a very good in draft. It's a really sweet commander card or something like that. But a 7 mana 4/10, it's just its other abilities don't do as much. A 7 mana 4/10 Vigilance is okay. You'd play this as a top end card in a green deck, I think. But you don't need to prioritize it really, I don't think. We see Theoden, King of Rohan, Ugluk of the White Hand. So 2 gold cards for colors we aren't really leaning towards. I do think Lorien Revealed is a pretty great card because you can ditch it early, but then in the mid to late game, it's just a real nice refuel. I also think Hobbit's Sting is quite nice as well. I'm going to take Lorien Revealed because I think it's close with Hobbit's Sting. I think Hobbit's Sting might be a bit better, but I really want to try and bias a little bit at least towards blue to try and play these Rangers because I think Rangers is quite good. So I'm going to try taking Lorien Revealed and see how that does. I think the first copy of a land cycler, you can just replace a land with it, which is really powerful to have access to. Okie doke. So now in this pack, there's nothing that really calls out to me. I think Stalwarts of Osgiliath is actually strangely powerful because the Ring Tempts You is really, really strong text. That's my perception of it, at least. 2 uncommons and a rare are missing out of this pack, so it's not a huge signal point. The commons just happen to be relatively weak here. There's not really a great black common. I don't think Nasty End is terrible, but it's really not a priority. It's pretty low power level, I think. The blue cards, I think Willow Wind is a nice card. It's almost always a pretty solid effect. And then I think Stalwarts of Osgiliath is also fine, but as I said, I want to bias towards blue a little bit. I don't love Nimrodel Watcher. I haven't really seen it do much. So I'm just going to take the Willow Wind. It's not a great card. I think Stalwarts of Osgiliath is honestly a pick that I'm tempted by, but I'll just bias myself a little bit towards blue. Okie doke. So now we see there is couple of white cards, Westfold Rider, Eagles of the North. I already have a land cycler in Lorien Revealed. There's Mirror of Galadriel, which I think is quite poor. It's just too expensive for what it does. You don't have that many legendaries in play usually. This is just a weak pack. I think I'm going to take Westfold Rider just to get a 2-drop. Or I'll take Eagles of the North to get another land cycler. But this one's not been as impressive to me because unless you're going go wide as a strategy so the +1/+0 matters, it's just a bit too small when you play it. Whereas this card, even though it's a little bit the effect is stronger, even though it's similar high-end mana. I think Westfold Rider. I really don't like Morgul Knife Wound. This card's probably pretty solid. I haven't seen it in play much today, though. I'll just take the white card. Not for any great reason. That's one of those packs where you take a card and it's like, whether or not you end up in that color is not really going to matter that much. Here, Lash of the Balrog, I think, is probably the best card. There's also Shortcut to Mushrooms. There's not a blue card in the pack, which is a bit worrying. There's Ring Sight, but I think that card's quite bad. But we could still abandon blue. We'll see, we'll see. Shortcut to Mushrooms might be the best card in the pack if you have like some foods or something, but it's also a little bit tough to use. And then there's a Lash of the Balrog, which has been pretty good in my experience. Snarling Warg looks like it would be good. There's also East Farthing Farmer. I'm going to take Lash of the Balrog because it goes with my Voracious Fellbeast, and I don't really have a reason to go into green quite yet. He says as he takes a Generous Ent. I think Generous Ent is really nice. I feel like people are undervaluing it. I keep seeing it really late. I'm not really missing out on that green card because Lash of the Balrog can go well into a black-green deck. Mushroom Watchdogs can also fit into a nice food strategy. There's a Troll. But I think I'm going to take Generous Ent here. I think Banish from Edoras is actually better than it looks as well, just because removal is a little bit scarcer and really important. But I'm going to take the Generous Ent. I really like Generous Ent. Now there is an East Farthing Farmer, a Mortar Muster, Mordor. I don't like Orcish Medicine. Hugh the Entwood is just not a playable card. I don't know what this card's point is. It's between East Farthing Farmer for me, Grand, and Mordor Muster. I think I want to take Mordor Muster. It goes well with Lash of the Balrog. There's also the Farmer, but white hasn't seemed that open. And I kind of want to try Mordor Muster. Okay, I don't think Gift of Strands is very good. It's just so expensive, and there's a lot of like interaction and stuff. I haven't really seen this card do much. But it could go well with Lash of the Balrog. There's also a Troll of Khazad-dûm, but I have already got some top end. I don't really want Pippin's Bravery. I kind of want to try the Haunt. I'm going to try it. And there's a Troll. There's also Banish from Edoras. I don't think I need the Troll that high priority. I'll just take Banish. Get some removal. I can also splash Banish. Blue has not seemed open. I'm just going to abandon blue. I'll take the Eastmark Cavalier. Red hasn't seemed open either. I think the person next to me might be drafting blue-red. And that's why I'm seeing mostly black, green, and white. And I just have to choose a combo of those. But I'll take this guy because he can fit into a nice white-black deck. Ooh, I really like Stalwarts of Osgiliath coming back this late. If I can play black-white, the Ring Tempts, that could be a really good strategy. Mirror Guardian, as I said, overperforms, but I don't think green is as open. Take second Breakfast. Last pick, Black Breath. I don't like that card, even though it does say the Ring Tempts on it. Okay. So after pack 1, what did we learn? Pack 1, we learned that blue isn't really open, even though I have that really good double blue card. Probably going to be some combination of Abzan, because we also didn't see a red card worth taking that entire pack. Green, probably distant but at this point, because we do have some good synergies with this like Sacrifice, maybe play some small guys type strategy. But now we see Fall of Gil-galad, which is a really strong card. Like really, really, really strong. So we could splash that. We could play like Generous Ent to like get our forest to help splash this card. And just go for an Abzan strategy, which I think is worth it for the card this good. It looks like a 2-drop, but you don't really play it on turn 2. You play it in the mid game and just gets you a lot of value, I think. Also, the next best card in this pack is like Mordor Muster. So we're not really giving up by much on speculating, and we could still just play like green-white and just give up on like our random black cards that aren't even very good. Our only really good black card is Voracious Fellbeast. So these are the sorts of things you should be thinking about during your draft. Like what colors are going to be? Ooh, now we have another interesting choice because this card's interesting at least. When you attack, you scry 2, then you can reveal the top card. If it's a creature, you put it on the battlefield tapped and attacking. And it's just really like the sort of card where if you have a couple flyers or something, it can just be devastating. I don't think it's like worth taking because I would have to splash it. But if you're in red-green, it's definitely an interesting prospect. Or if you're like blue-green splashing red already, like it's definitely interesting. I think Dunland Crabane is the best card in this pack for me. There's also Bag End Porter as just a big beefy green creature. And Galadriel Bow. But there's not a white card that's worthwhile. This card's not very good. And I think it's mainly between the Dunland Crabane, the Bag End Porter, and even, honestly, Doors of Durin, just to try it out. But, yeah. It only works if you have attacks, too. So I'm going to take the Dunland Crabane. A card that I think is solid, but not as good as I thought it was at first. Okay, so it makes sense, this pack, just word of warning that we're going to see some red cards and some white card, and some red cards and some blue cards. So like this card, quite good. This card, quite good. This card, also quite good. But like the reason we're seeing these red and white cards is because the red and blue cards is because the person passing to us was taking them before. So here I kind of want to take like Mordor Trebuchet or something. Like some sort of like interesting synergy piece that could potentially do some stuff with my deck rather than like try to jump ship into blue or red when it's not going to be open in pack 3. Eowyn is an interesting card. I could consider splashing that, but I think I'm just going to stay true to my sources, take this card over Esquire of the King. I want to try Mordor Trebuchet. I think it can do some cool stuff. Okay, there and back again is absolutely disgustingly broken, I feel like. I really just want to take this card and play Smaug. I just don't know if I can get there on playables if I take this card. Like, what would I pair it with? Like, you see I have 7 black pips, 5 white pips. I just don't think I can make this fit in my deck and still leave me with something functional. Because if I try to play black-red, I've already passed a bunch. I'm just going to have to stay disciplined here. I really want to play There and Back again. The Hobbit is like my favorite book of all time, and so just getting Smaug into play seems awesome. But you need to be an aggressive red deck for this to work, and I'm not going to be able to make that work. And Protector of Gondor is really good in my strategy. There's also Butterbur, which is also pretty cute, but I'm going to take Protector of Gondor. Because Butterbur is going to require some splashing and stuff like that. Friendly Rivalry, again, we're seeing these red cards. I'm just going to take the Surith Ungol Patrol. I really like this card. Just great for sacrificing your little guys that you end up with. Stay disciplined. Take the white card, Errand Rider of Gondor. We could have like tried to switch into black-red, but I don't think it would have worked out very well, especially pack 3. We would have gotten hosed. But Errand Rider is a nice card, especially with the Ring Tempts cards that we've been looking for. Okay, the Balrog is a card that I can splash because it's just a single pip, and this one's like really, really good also. And there's nothing else in this pack for me, so I am going to take the Balrog and try to splash it in my black-white deck. Currently, that's my plan. Because it's just a very high power level card. Here I can take Inherited Envelope as a way to help me splash. There's also Oliphant, which could help me splash. And there's Barrow Blade as just a way to buff up my creatures. I think I'm going to take the Inherited Envelope. So they do have some nice 5-drops to ramp into as well. Here I'll take the Uruk-hai Berserker. Lots of late blue cards that I kind of like. Oliphant could be a fine enabler as well for a splash. Lots of late red cards. I'll take this card. Now for Wrath, Now for Ruin might be okay, because it does say the Ring Tempts on it. Uglook of the White Hand. I'm just going to take the Eagles of the North, because I could end up with a little bit of a token strategy. Maybe black-red was just underdrafted at this table. Ooh, I really like Stalwarts in this spot. Because it goes well with my Inherited Envelope, and it kind of makes it so I can maybe even play multiple Inherited Envelopes. Okay, pack 3. This is where I'm going to see the white and black cards. So the Hobbit Sting, great little pickup for my deck. Nice piece of removal. I think removal is really important in this set. I have 3 2-drops right now, and the Haunt. Got Errand Rider. I'm not going to play Second Breakfast right now. Mordor Trebuchet is looking a bit dicey. Black Breath is looking dicey. I really like having a bunch of Ring Tempts cards here. And then I'm going to try to splash the Balrog if I can get the fixing together. So yeah, my deck is looking pretty good. I have 18 playables here, and then a couple of more that I could play if I really needed to. But I think staying disciplined and avoiding the Smaug trap was probably going to be beneficial because we'll see some good payoffs in pack 3, I hope. Okay. Shelob, Child of Ungoliant, is really, really strong too. So we can grab this, grab a Great Hall of the Citadel to help splash, maybe grab some Wizard's Rockets, and we're off to the races splashing this and Balrog. I mean, what else would I take here? Bitter Downfall is also really, really good. So the question is, Bitter Downfall better than Shelob if I don't want to splash both of my really good cards? I think because this thing taps for any color and this will tap for either color, it's worth taking the Shelob. Ooh, I get a black-white guy. Nice. If a player plays their second spell, you lose life and create a treasure. That's actually really good for me because I really want treasures to help cast my 2 top-end guys now. And This guy gets cheaper if I sacrifice treasure. This card's actually perfect for my deck. I really like Gothmog. It's a really great card because it makes your orcs have Death Touch. I also like Dunlin Crebain, but this card's perfect for my strategy. And I get a Gothmog anyway. I also love March from the Black Gate. How much Amass do I have? I have 1 Amass card. 2 Amass cards. Because this card's really, really good. You play it early and then your orc just like grows out of control. Is it better than Gothmog? Probably, honestly. Probably. I've been really impressed by that card. Ooh. Just another removal spell. It's hard to use this removal spell, but it is really good. You can get some nice value out of it, and I have enough ring cards that I think I can get it to work. Hopefully this card wheels. I don't think it will, but hopefully it does. Ooh, Gorebag. That's a nice card. You can create a treasure token, which can help splash my big guys. Nice. It's between that and just Uruk-hai Berserker, honestly. I'll just take Gorebag. This card's really tempting, though. Yeah, I have enough goblins and orcs that'll be good, I think. Another Gorebag. Here I'm just going to take this guy. I don't think I need that many Gorebags. And I think Stalwarts is quite good. There's also a Banish from Edoras. I'll take the Banish, actually. I want the removal. Woohoo! Boromir! I love it. I don't know if I'd be able to pass Boromir just because I think he's so cool in the story. He's just like such a tragic character. There is an Easterling Vanguard, which is great, but Boromir is also just fantastic. Give your creatures indestructible. The ring tempts you. Perfect card. Nice little 3/3. But as you can see, finding the open color was so good for us this pack. We got so many good cards. I'll just take the rare. If I was drafting on my own account, I would take the rare to like build my collection and the vault progress and stuff. Ooh, we wield the Great Hall of the Citadel. Perfect. Which will help us with our Balrog and our Shelob. I don't like that card. I don't think I need Westfold Rider either, though. I guess I'll take the Westfold Rider. Perfect. We got another Banish from Edoras. There's also a Took Reaper. I don't think I need more than 2 Banish from Edoras. Yes! I got Stalwarts back. That's great. I think Stalwarts is going to do great work in this deck. It's like a nice top-end guy. Oh, this deck is sweet. I really like this deck. I'm really excited to see how this splash works out. I'm not going to play any of these cards. I'm just going to splash off of 1 Inherited Envelope and 1 Great Hall of the Citadel, and then 1 Mountain and 1 Forest. So I have 3 sources for each of these cards. Okay, so let's just group things a little bit separately. I'm going to put my interaction here. I'm not sure March of the Black Gate was the correct pick, but I am interested to see how it turns out. Okay, so here's my removal. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 solid removal spells. I'm going to cut now. Let's check my creature count now. 20 creatures, so I can definitely cut some creatures. I'm going to cut now for Wrath, now for Ruin, even though it looks weird to cut in a 20 creature deck. I think I'm going to win by going tall with these guys, just making them big. I can always sack the tokens and stuff like that if I do have tokens, but I don't have that many random little guys running around. 5, 6, 7. I have 8 2-drops. I also have this thing, which I think is bad, so I'm going to cut this guy. It is a good combo with Cirith Ungol Patrol. Gorebag. I'm going to cut the Westfold Rider. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drops now. Going to cut the Eagles of the North. What's my creature count out now? 16. I just haven't been super impressed by Eagles of the North. So this is 3, 10, 17. The mana is honestly not the best. Colors are dead even there. Need one more cut. It could be Stalwarts or it could be Cirith Ungol Patrol. I think it's going to be Cirith Ungol Patrol. I'd want to just go, if you're going to go for the ring, a lot of the time it's best to just go all out for the ring. So just play all the cards that can use the ring. Is Eastmark Cavalier better than Westfold Rider is the question I'm thinking about now. Just as a way to deal with artifacts and enchantments. Or a vigilance threat. I'm going to take the artifact and enchantment dealing with. And I'm going to run it like this. Honestly, I kind of want to find room for this eagle. So I think I'm going to run the eagle over the Westfold Rider. Just so that I have a extra land. I guess this is kind of an extra land, so never mind. That's fine. This will be fine. And I'll put back in the Westfold Rider. I could also run Haunt of the Dead Marshes. But now that I cut the Cirith Ungol Patrol, I don't think I need that. So, yes, I think this will be good. I have a decent number of like random small guys I can sacrifice to my Lash, or I can just use it as 5-mana removal. And I think this will be a fun deck. I'll see you folks in the games. If you have been enjoying my videos and would like to support the channel directly, you can do so at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patreon is a place where viewers can support the creators they enjoy, so if you've been finding my videos helpful or entertaining, or if you've maybe won a couple of extra booster packs because of some of my advice, Patreon is a way for you to chip in and help the channel succeed. You also gain access to some cool rewards as a patron, like my card-by-card tier list for Lord of the Rings with my thoughts on every card in the set, and also drafts with me and other cool rewards. I'd like to give a huge shout out to the patrons who support at the credits level, but without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round number 1. This is a bad hand. We have both of our great cards, but we would have to loot one away, and we don't have a plane, so I'm going to mulligan. This hand is much better. We'll keep this, ditch the Stalwarts of Osgiliath, and let's go. We'll see what we can do with the Westfold Rider and stuff. Definitely nice little upside to have a bit of sorcery and artifact removal in your deck, I think. Two Creeper. We're just doing decent stuff right now. For now, nothing too crazy. A win. It's going to have Vigilance a lot. That's not great. I'm going to have to pay full cost to kill it. I now have a great ring bearer, though, which is nice. Dunlin Crebain wears the ring perfectly. And if Eowyn attacks, I will double block, giving my 2 Reaper and this Orc some much-needed combat action, as they say. But I don't think they will, because the 2/4 kind of holds down the fort quite well. Oh, they're giving first strike. Okay, they're not attacking. Perfect. You shall wear the ring. This guy's not going to grow quite yet, but that's fine. They can't really attack me, or the 2 Reaper is going to die. I think if you're going for a ring deck, you want like every card that says the ring tempts. Okay, I'm going to kill that kid. They gave it Vigilance? What? Yeah, this is better. Trading off both these guys might look bad, but it's going to unlock this guy and make this guy a growing threat. Blocking like that, they could have just killed the 2/2, and then I wouldn't get to have the ring tempt me. Okay, I got max punished a little bit. Not really, but just a tad. But now both my Stalwarts will grow, and I should be able to... What's this do? +1/+0 Menace, so I'm going to take 8 this turn. That's fine. Sure. That's why you play the Westfold Rider, baby. I did that in the wrong order. That is okay. I'm just going to play this thing on Gimli. Oh, wait a second, but I don't want to... This card I can cast anytime, whereas this one I can't. But I'll wait for them to, like, give abilities to something, because maybe I'll just kill whatever they give abilities to, and then clear their other blocker. Stalwarts is hopefully showing off its power here. They're going to give Vigilance or something. Perfect. In some matchups, that ability, that extra text would be sick. Okay. I think this is just lethal. This is why I'm doing it this way. Because they can chump one and they do this to the other. Boom! Got the win. That feels good. That feels good. See you folks next round. Welcome to another round. We are going to keep this hand. It's sketchy, but we're on the draw, so we are probably going to hit a land in time to play this envelope. And he's playing an aggressive deck. This could end badly. Never mind. Never didn't have it. Ooh, he's also got a Great Hall of the Citadel. Okay. We will play our Mordor Muster here. Ooh, our Great Hall of the Citadel, because this thing is going to trade with the Took, I think. Okay. So now they have a Ring Bearer. That's fine, though. So we're going to do this. We're going to take 2 this turn. The next turn we're going to play Gorbag and Errand Rider. And then the next turn we'll play Shelob. Cool, he hit his land, so it's going to be a game at least. And once I play Shelob, I think I should be able to win, because he's a little bit restricted on mana. I don't want the Took Reaper to die. Stick to the plan. Nice. And once I have Shelob in play, I can Hobbit Sting this thing. Okay. Just an 8/8, no big deal. Don't mind me. I'll kill Denethor, actually. This thing will be okay, annoying, but I think I can handle it. Yep. This thing's actually crazy, because if it gets blocked by Took Reaper, I can then get the Took Reaper and then sacrifice it, and I'll get to do the Ring Tempts Me part. The ring is really nice with 1-powered creatures, I'll say that much. Okay. Nice. Good piece of synergy there. I don't want them to be able to block sack against the Shelob. I want to be able to make a food token. It might be greedy not to just exile Denethor, because they could have a card that, like, protects him. That was bad. I should have exiled them. I knew it. Okay, what does Orcish Bowmasters do? That's why I played the extra guy before. Attack. Cool. Shelob hit him like a truck. So it's important to keep in mind they have this card. They don't have a legendary creature right now, though, so they can't activate it. I think getting all my creatures into play is nice, too. I'm most hoping to draw the Osgiliath card, I think. Okay, I don't really care about that guy. I'm glad it's tapped, actually. Okay, that card's a little bit annoying. That's funny. I'm not going to do this because I don't want them to have the access to a ring bearer right now. Because they'll sacrifice it in response, and then they'll have a ring bearer so they can start looting. And this just gives indestructible. So it doesn't actually stop me from banishing from Edoras whatever I want to. I'm just going to play this. Does he do some sort of gang block here? 4, 7. Right. Oh, I messed that up. Oops. I forgot that I could just do that with Boromir. Oops, daisies. That was an embarrassing mistake, gotta be said. I was literally thinking about Esquire the King and like all the 1/1s can't be buffed up big enough. And he literally has a 3/3. I'm also realizing that this card is much worse. No, I didn't take this card over the gore bag. I mean the 4-1. I think I'm just gonna have to kill Boromir now. If I'd played Boromir first, they would have killed it in response. No point attacking right now. Not my life total that's in danger. It's the fact that they have some really good spells in their hand, probably. But now I have Boromir. Sure. Losing my 3-2 for nothing was bad, but it's definitely a recoverable mistake. I just need to start jamming with Shelob and see what they do. I think I would have lemmed us, Brett. Okay. So it's not that high value of a loot. That's a good one. Hits him for a lot of damage. I don't want to hold this guy in my hand so I can't just ping it. I don't know what I would rather do with it. I just like them not necessarily knowing, because they could have like an enchantment-based removal spell or something. I'm going to give it to Shelob. I don't really care about the evasion, I just want to keep hitting them. I think this is a fine block. Because I'm going to be starting to loot, and this card was going to be pinging, which was annoying. It's one of the reasons I didn't play this guy. Great. They have to jump block, or they just go for the quad block. Sure. So they get to put a counter on something. +2/+2 for something. And now it's going to hit me for 5 a turn or something. I could definitely lose this game if I don't draw any spells here. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I'm going to lose. Super unlucky at this point, it feels like. It just felt like, I don't know, he just was drawing stuff that mattered more. I don't know what happened. Maybe I messed up my Boromir usage or something, or... I guess losing by 3-2 for nothing did hurt a lot, but... Remember, they can pump. It's unfortunate that I can't kill Rosy Cot. Yeah, he's using Hobbit Sting to great effect. Because I have the Balrog, which would be really good here to win me the game on a top deck. Yeah. Oh, I think I lost the game because I accidentally threw away my 3-2. Because then I could have had my Boromir around to keep my Shelob alive. Which maybe honestly wouldn't have mattered because he could have just kept chump blocking and hitting me for 5, which nets him 2 damage every time. And he could have attacked for more with these guys. I don't know. He probably would have won anyway. Weird. That was really a bad attack, though. I just looked at the way the board was looking. I did my best. I thought I was going to win when he was mana screwed and I jammed my Shelob, but then maybe I missed one attack where I could have made an attack with Shelob and that cost me. I don't know. It feels like I should have been able to win that game, but at the end of the day, I just drew too many lands and couldn't loot them away before he could. Because, these lands that I was looting away, he had kind of already stabilized with the time that mattered. Gorbag was really bad, though. Interesting. Welcome to another round. We'll keep this. I think in retrospect, I definitely could have won that last game if I'd played it slightly differently at key points. If I had, killed his Boromir as soon as I saw it. If I had, I think I could have done at least better. Feels bad. Sad day. Oh, well, this card's going to be absurd. No! My perfect curve out. Oh, man. I was gonna make him discard a card this turn. Okay, they'll still discard a card. Perfect. They get 2 food tokens now. I think making them discard an extra card is worth, because I do want to kill Butterbur. Maybe Peregrine was a better kill, but I should be able to kill Peregrine now with Banish from Edoras. I don't want to hold these lands so I can loot them away later. I guess now if I draw a 5-drop, I can't play 5-drop plus Hobbit Sting, which could matter. Is not going well for me. If they have 3 spells in hand, okay, they're just sacking to gain life. That's pretty good for me. But I need to draw a creature so I can use this Hobbit Sting. I have a lot of creatures in my deck, but that's not great. The reason I wanted to make a treasure was because this way I can draw the Balrog and it'll be really good for me. Whereas if I don't, then I won't be able to double spell in the future. Immediately punished. He draws the mountain anyway. Though killing Peregrine was still valuable. So now they don't get to have a ring bearer that I can't block. Oh, I'm in bad shape here. I've drawn too many lands. I think flooding is a real concern in this format. If you don't have consistent ring access. What's my best draw? Probably one of my bomb rares. That's an okay one. Very nice, actually. Just free draw. I'm not going to suicide him for no reason this time. And I get another treasure. Maybe it's not worth the life loss, the treasure, but I get one. I think it's worth going for in here. Free extra resource I can gain. Sure. I think I would have forgotten about Celeborn's text. They might have been able to wreck me mid-combat or something. Honestly, Little Army might be even a better ring bearer than Big Army. They don't have a lot going on either. Perfect. There we go. Little Army. I'm still going to be patient. I'm not going to get greedy and go for a Boromir sacrifice. This Boromir makes this board like basically impossible for me to lose. Eventually I'll draw another one of these guys and Boromir's just going to protect it all. Sure. That's actually really annoying. Because the controller has to sacrifice it. I'm gonna sacrifice. I'm gonna get rid of these two guys. It's okay to me. Oh gosh. It's a little bit annoying. They don't have to kill the Duke Reaper, but it will die no matter what. It's not great for me. Cannot believe this. I just needed to draw a spell this game. That's a huge draw. My gosh. I don't know why I was complaining. That was the best draw ever. That saved me super hard. Okay. If they don't attack the stalwarts of Osgiliath, will outgrow the Huron. Let's see what they discard. If they discard a spell, I'm kind of worried. I'm going to have this guy be my ring bearer. Because he's going to grow. Well, that was bad. If I'd kept... Or, I mean, no, if I had to keep this guy or I was going to be in bad shape. But they get to loot now and I don't. Gosh, you've got to be... You're killing me, Smalls. You're absolutely killing me, Smalls. This is brutal. I can't buy a spell. That's a spell. I need another way to make a ring bearer. They're going to quickly outpace me in life total with Butterbur, which is a really good card in this late game situation. Oh, and I'm just super dead. I can't draw a spell. My gosh. Ugh. My goodness. I needed to draw a spell that one turn when they played their Gondor guy so that I could attack and keep looting and stuff. Oh well. That was a tough game. That was hard fought. It felt like they just... Like, look at all these spells they cast. I guess my graveyard is full too. I thought I was going to beat them this game. I honestly did. I thought I was in good shape. But, I mean, they have 9 lands and I have 13. They got to loot away a lot of lands with their... They didn't even get to loot away a lot of lands. It was just the way it worked out. Oh well. Welcome to another round. It's time to get some wins. All I'm going to say here, this is brutal. I feel like my deck is just not... It's not like a bad deck. It just kind of been unlucky so far. Maybe. Maybe I've just been... I didn't misplay that one game. But I still might have lost that one. I don't even know. It just feels like things are not working out the way I would have hoped. Gosh darn it. Is my curve bad? Do I not have enough cheap guys? It's like... gosh. Well, I can cast this thing. It's just a question of when. And this has menace, which is why I attacked. This is just insane. The reason I did it like that is because I thought I could, I was going to Hobbit Sting if they blocked. Maybe I'm supposed to do the opposite. I'm just so dead. I played a 2-drop. And then I just didn't have anything else to play the rest of the game. I didn't think my curve was this bad. I thought I had spells. Somewhere. Okay. I have to draw like Protector of Gondor or something. To get 2 bodies for 1 card. This was just a brutal draft. It just felt like, I don't know, I just couldn't get a draw to go my way. Even if I draw Shelob, I think I'm dead. Because this thing makes a treasure. Did I draw a spell this game? What the heck happened? I don't know. I think my deck was really cool. That second game against Sam Black was really neat. But maybe I misplayed that one badly enough that I just karma'd myself out of the other ones. Jeez. Oh well, it happens. The first game where we won, it felt pretty dominant. But you blunder one game and then the magic gods decide that you don't really care about winning anymore. Oh well. I think this deck is cool. We have some cool splash stuff, like splashing these off of 1 basic and then inherited envelope, and yeah. I think that's a pretty neat strategy. Maybe I'm supposed to play this guy. I mean, my deck has plenty of cheap cards in it. That was just a weird game. Like, most of my cards are cheap. And then I just have 3 of these guys. But like that game, I just kept a decent hand and then just didn't draw a spell. Huh. Interesting stuff. Interesting. Well, maybe I was supposed to play a second breakfast. You always need second breakfast. But yeah, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag SuperSplash to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video, because this was a pretty cool splash that we had in our deck. And hit the like button if you did enjoy it. Comment with your questions, thoughts, feedback, and subscribe for more drafts. Thanks again to Wizards of the Coast for giving me a free preview account in the early access event, and I will talk to you next time.